Residents of Nigeria's Adamawa state say gunmen sped into their neighborhoods, burning and shooting at churches, houses, shops, and police stations. Moses Issa witnessed the attack.
Shooting bombs, shootings, too much shootings.
This is one of the latest in a string of attacks blamed on the Islamic militant group Boko Haram. The militants have not, however, claimed responsibility. David Smock is with the U.S. Institute for Peace in Washington.
It's a threat to the security of the whole state, and the fact that it's lingered on so long and that the problem has not gotten any better is a serious reflection on governance in Nigeria.
President Goodluck Jonathan dismisses suggestions that the military is losing the war against the militants in the northeast. And regional analysts say he has rebuffed offers to help from the United States. Professor Carl Levin at American University has written extensively on Nigeria.
The United States, as of last year, began really increasing its own counterterrorism assistance. There have been reports of special operations forces operating within Nigeria. France's President Hollande just announced that he was going to increase annually the training of 20,000 African troops precisely out of concerns for counterterrorism.
As more attacks take place, including twin blasts over the weekend in Maiduguri, officials have called on President Jonathan to deploy more troops to the area. But Levin argues that counterinsurgency efforts without a program for development in the Northeast will not succeed.
What is really needed at the state level and among the international community is a deeper appreciation for the history behind the context and the urgent need for accountability and rule of law, and finally a very serious investment to correct some of the social injustices and developmental inequities in the region.
While there has been some flow of refugees into Niger and reports of Nigerian military attacking Boko Haram rebels in Cameroon, there's little threat of a wider conflict at this time.
Boko Haram is fundamentally a Nigerian movement. There have been some fringe elements that have connected to Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb. But it's basically a Nigerian movement. They don't have plans to engage in other countries.
Part of the problem for Nigeria and for countries that want to help is that little is known about Boko Haram, and that other groups have also committed serious acts of violence and have tried to blame Boko Haram for them. In Washington, Mariama Diallo, VOA News.